Hello, this is a video all about the concept that we've been talking about a lot. Not really me, but YouTube has been talking about for a while. And that is the concept of the niche, right? You have to niche down. And some people are very ardent believers in this and think that, you have to have a very, very specific area that you make videos about. And it's got to be a particular kind of style of video and all of this in order for the algorithm to understand you and figure out which people to push your video out to, right? And it's all about in the name of growing your channel, and I totally understand that notion because we like that. We like little compartments, right? I go to that channel for political news. I go to that channel for figuring out which engine oil I should pick. I can go to that YouTube channel over there and find a great pie recipe, like there's, right? Like there's so many little, and I get it. We like having that kind of order, but if you are like me, which some of you probably are, that means you have more than one interest and more than one skill, and you don't want to be pigeonholed into this one area. There are creatives all over YouTube, obviously, who fall into that traditional kind of niche style, and it works for them because that's kind of their focus. But a lot of us are multidisciplinary, or I think I've also heard it referred to as multi-passionate, and so you find yourself, well, I won't say you, I'll say me, I'll speak for myself. I have felt as though, well, I guess that means I can't really get anywhere with trying to create content for people because I don't really like the corsetry of being in a particular niche, because if I followed that advice, then I would need to open, or create, I should say, several different channels all about the various different things. And one thing I know for sure is that running one YouTube channel is enough for me, little old me. I don't want to be running other ones at this point in my life because I'm doing it all on my own. If I had a bunch of producers and people helping me, then that would be different, but I don't. So I don't want to have multiple channels. That's just insane. And I don't know, I just thought I would say this because when I get to feeling like, it's never gonna work, people don't really understand me, and they want me to do this one particular thing all the time, and that's that. But I don't want to do that one thing all the time because I will die of boredom. Even if it's something I really like, as soon as I'm obligated to do it for content reasons, I don't want to do it, like, at all. Even something I really, really like, I can be very, very turned off when I think about the notion of, oh, I have to do that and I have to film it because I have to make content because it's this one thing that people are apparently interested in me about, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just, it leads to very half-hearted attempts at content production, and that never goes anyplace good. So what I figure is there is this other group of us out here that feel that way. And if you're struggling with that and you feel badly almost about that, I know I've certainly felt badly about having these different pursuits. And I'm here to say that, you know, I'm not talking down about anyone, I promise, but it's a lot more interesting and entertaining to me to learn from somebody, learn different things from them, and sort of see how those different skills dovetail together, and why that person, that creator, might have stumbled into these apparently disparate skills. And that in itself is very, very interesting indeed to me. And I'm just putting this out there in case you are contemplating this, but also bumping into that you have to niche down kind of talk, and then talking yourself out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to talk yourself out of it. People are smarter than algorithms are, and it takes longer. That's important to remember. It takes longer for your audience to show up and recognize you, if you will. But that's the difference, I would have to say. Most YouTube growth kind of channel people, gurus, whatever we want to call them, they're mostly interested in giving you advice that will help your channel grow, like right now, as fast as humanly possible, right? Because we all just want to get monetized as quick as possible, right? Like, I understand the thinking, but it doesn't work for all of us. We have to be patient and believe that the people that want us are out there. It's just because algorithms are algorithms. They're not smart, they're not intelligent, they just kind of do what they do, right? And they change, they get changed. So even if you crack it, once, that doesn't mean anything. And that's why YouTube advice can be totally sound at one time in history, and then in the future, no, it doesn't apply anymore for whatever changes they've made to the platform, right? So, yeah, I'm saying this so that in case you're interested, you can feel okay with doing it your way. And for a lot of us, we just have various interests. For example, I will be going, just so I don't forget to say it too, I will be going live tomorrow, March 9th, for my birthday, because I happen to have that day off, very, very interestingly. It's rare, but I do. And I plan to be looking at my records and kind of chatting about those and having fun with those. I can't play any of the records because copyright, but we can still look at the jackets and talk about them and enjoy that stuff. That's what I plan to do, because that's one of my interests, you see. But there's other interests that I have too that I'm happy to go over, like things like this. I make the things that I wear. Here's a comb I made. Here's a little clip I made. Oh, here's a big clip I made. Here is a tote bag that I got from the staff Christmas party, and I'm embroidering it. I'm working on padded satin stitch at the moment, as you can surmise, I also, this is like a handmade quilt project that I'm working on. I'm gonna turn these into pillows. I have a few of these cute little panels, They're made completely by hand, which is fun. What else? I have lots of different interests, that's for sure. And I just thought I'd share with you a little bit and hope that you might want to come along and check it all out. It doesn't make you unfocused or a dilettante or whatever to have multiple interests. It really doesn't. So don't be hard on yourself if you're kind of feeling like I have felt certainly in the past, being like, oh, if I was a real artist, then I would have just stuck to, you know, painting or sculpting or poetry in my case, or you know, being a sewist or whatever. And when really all of those skills have value and should be showcased in a way that makes you inspired and happy and wanting to discuss these things, right? That's what is truly valuable. Of course, there's lots of channels out there that can teach you the various techniques and skills and stuff, and that's really good, obviously. But that's not kind of your only sort of way forward. There's also just the getting to know the person who's doing the work as well, if that makes sense. Tutorials are great, but just listening to a person go through their process without necessarily giving you direct, you know, step 1, step 2, right? It's nice to just be able to see, and then you get in a sense of a particular idiom in the arts, and you might have not thought of trying it for yourself, but seeing someone else do it who you relate to might make you think, oh, that doesn't actually look that hard. Bet you I could give it a try. You know, like, it happens. and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Society will have us believe it's a bad thing and you're supposed to focus on this one thing your whole entire life, and if you change your mind or expand on it, then you're just, I don't know, irresponsible, immature. I don't know what the right word is, because it's crap. So that's why I don't know the word, because it's just nonsense anyway, so I don't give it any thought. But anyway, this is sort of my attempt at being encouraging to you in case you're in that place. And hopefully if I get to interact with you either tomorrow in my live or at some point in the future, that would be really cool. And lives are awesome for this kind of thing, because people can ask you directly and give you ideas and through their questions, and you can be like, oh, that's what people want to know. Okay. Because for me, I get stuck with, well, what do people want to know? I don't know. I know what I know, but I always figure if I know it, then it's probably just common sense, and I don't want to belittle anyone or come off as condescending. This is how you know, do some obvious thing like boil water, right? Like, I don't need to tell you how to do that, I don't think. But that's how it kind of can feel when you're talking to your phone like this. It can feel kind of like, am I saying what I need to say, or am I just babbling and saying things that everybody already knows, and I'm wasting their time, and I don't want to waste their time, oh no, right? Like, so anyway, I hope this was encouraging in some kind of way, and that, you know, if you want to start a channel of your own, then you should pay attention to that if you have that inside of you, kind of on your mind, then it's probably an important thing to consider. And there's lots and lots and lots of YouTube channels out there that are all about that. And depending on your age and things like that, right? If you're a younger person, you're probably not watching my videos anyway, but if you're a younger person, then you could do, something in a particular way that the, younger demographic would find entertaining, relevant, interesting, whatever. But if you're somebody like me, who's in like your mid-40s and beyond, there's lots and lots of channels out there dedicated to that demographic that can help. And I don't know if I'm really one of those people, but there's lots and lots of channels out there that are great and encouraging in the same way. And I will definitely link to a few that I can think of, and hopefully you'll click on them. I'll put them down in the description, of course, and you'll find everything that you need right there. Well, I best be signing off because I do need to get some rest so that I am ready. I'm going live tomorrow at 11 Pacific, so be there. If you can. Just saying. No pressure. As though I can make you do anything, right? Anyway, it's engagement time. Subscribe button there. Video to watch there. I will see you later.